I'm dressed in black from head to toe. I'm trying to keep myself to myself so nobody will know the real me, cause I'm a pretty messed up bloke. I push everyone away when they get too close. I'm a danger to others, I should wear a warning sign. Hazardous to health, they result in loss in life. I'm a cursed man and my luck keeps running dry. Everything I touch always seems to turn to stone. Everything I've loved always seems to end up broken, and I don't have the tools to fix them. I'm unlovable, I'm just trouble. I'm unlovable. Every time they get too close I always go and fuck it up. I'm unlovable, I'm just trouble. I'm unlovable. Every time they get too close I always go and fuck it up. Up. Every time they get too close, I always go and fuck it up. Up, up. Every time they get too close, I always go and fuck it up. Up, up. Every time they get too close, I always go and fuck it up. Up, up. I've got a drawer of headache tablets, cause I'm always boozing, nicotine withdrawal. I beg you choose me, I'm sick of waiting for the universe to choose me. Daily meditation, but my thoughts still consume me. I drop a bag of sleeping pills, but I still can't sleep. I carry so much pain that I can't release. I'm a fucked up freak, stay away from me. I'm a danger to others, I should wear a warning sign. Hazardous to health, they result in loss in life. I'm a cursed man and my luck keeps running dry. Everything I touch always seems to turn to stone. Everything I've loved always seems to end up broken, and I don't have the tools to fix them. I'm unlovable, I'm just trouble. I'm unlovable. Every time they get too close I always go and fuck it up. I'm unlovable, I'm just trouble. I'm unlovable. Every time they get too close I always go and fuck it up. Up. Every time they get too close, I always go and fuck it up. Up, up. Every time they get too close, I always go and fuck it up. Up, up. Every time they get too close, I always go and fuck it up. Up, up. Every time they get too close, I always go and fuck it up.
Yes. Hello, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're watching from right now, and welcome here in Germination PV, our hub for health, arts, and business. And I'm your host, Jeremy, here in London. And I take it that you're all doing well and keeping safe wherever you're watching from, despite the hot weather here in London. I think it's about 36 at the moment, and I don't know why I'm still wearing this one. Anyway, I would like to welcome all those who are watching right now. Welcome here, Romel Aquino from the Philippines. Carlito Arim watching here in London. Welcome here. Richie Ramos, our maestro arranger. Yan. And hope to see you again, Richie Ramos. Bon voyage, man. Bon voyage. Ayan. And of course, we have Junjun Medran as well. Junjun Medran watching from the south coast of England. Ayan. And then who have we got here? We have Ate Mary Lou. Ate Mary Lou, ang pobreng Londoner. Welcome here in Germination. We have Bianca. Hello, Bianca. We have Ronnie Dayao from New Zealand. Ayan. Welcome here. Who else is here? Ayan. Richie Ramos. Hello din sa'yo. Hello. Ayan. I don't know. Am I losing my voice? Sir, paki-play naman kanta namin, Mrs. Yeah, why not? Why not? RMS. Yeah, definitely. Next episode, definitely. That's we're gonna play that one. And of course, we are live simultaneously on our Facebook page and on our YouTube channel, Germination. Hello there. We're also live in Discovery. That's my private Facebook group. We're also live on One Nation Awards UK Facebook group. We're also live on Musika Silangan Facebook group, and also live on Germination Got Champion Facebook group. Ayan, welcome. And of course, if you haven't yet subscribed to our YouTube channel and haven't visited our Facebook page yet, please do so. give us some love and appreciation. And of course, germination wouldn't be complete without the seed that we can plant into your mind and let it germinate. So, because here in germination, we believe that everything starts from within. So, our inner works for today is
Welcome, welcome, welcome to Inner Works, where everything starts from within. For this week, let's start off the day by creating a safe space where we can speak our truth and live our authentic lives. For this week, guys, I'd like to share to you about money myths. So, let's talk about money myths. It is true, guys, that money can buy happiness. But it can make our life comfortable, and it allows us to have time to be more creative and to do more things that we love and find fulfilling, to live life to the fullest, and most importantly, to have more time and energy to spend with our loved ones and dearest in life. So it is just very important or imperative that until we rule out the myths and all the false beliefs that we have around money, and that's the only time that we can actually get to where we wanted, or to actually use money for our advantage. So for this week, there are 3 myths that I'd like to share to you that has a personal impact in my life that I have to learn. Myth number 1. Okay. It's not polite to talk about money. Okay, right. Boasting is not polite, but money talk, financial education, and learning to manage finances ought to be normalized. They need to be normalized. They need to be like a household conversation and teach and to be taught in our children. Myth number 2, second one, that you need money to make more money. Okay, that is totally wrong. Yes, there's a truth in it, but you don't need money. As example, you don't need money to start investing. Actually, it's the people that you know and the people who knows you that can help you grow and give you opportunity and advantages to make more money. The third one and the last one is women aren't good with money. Okay, right. So this is a bitter pill to swallow. Often, as a woman, myself, we leave our finances to our husbands or our partners. We would think that, they will take care of us, which is totally wrong. It needs to be changed. We need to take care of ourselves, We need to learn how to manage money and be able to be confident and courageous to take care of our own well-being, money-wise talking. So money management, it is a skill that can be learned, and not only men. I'm not being feminist, but it is true that anybody can actually learn money management. It is very important to really take care of yourself and not just allow anybody to take care of you. Okay. Which of these 3 things that you can relate to, or do you have anything to share? I would really love to hear it from you. So guys, comments are always appreciated. Okay, join us again next week. Likes and comments again are always appreciated. This is Mimi Millie. I hope you find that valuable. Sending my love and light to you. See you next week.
all right. Okay, thank you very much, Mimi Mili, for our inner works. And hello to Brandon Benedict Cruz watching from the Philippines. And let's bring in our special guest. But let me just play this video.
So if you want to be able to change something, you got to build something that other people will use. You want to be able to use it yourself. And whether it's contributing to certain causes, just make it as enjoyable as people can or as seamless as it can. It's about the user experience. People want to contribute, people want to be able to make an impact. But it's up to us as developers, as project leaders to make it easier for those who don't know anything about blockchain or not much about crypto or NFTs or metaverse. But as we transition to Web3, things will get easier over time. But we really believe that just think about the end user all the time and make that impact if you wish to change the world.
I think that for people who want to get involved in social media,
All right, let's all welcome Kirk Allen, the founder and owner of Caloscope. Good evening and welcome here. Welcome back to Germination. Please greet our live audiences, Kirk.
Hey everybody, thank you for having me, and Kuya, thank you for having me back.
Yes, definitely.
been
This
too
is
long.
actually Kirk's, yeah. The first, I remember the first time, I think it was 2020 when the first time I've interviewed you here in Germination. So it's nice to have you back. And this time it's a different business or, different industry you're in. And yes, so I know the first time I interviewed you, I've learned a lot. And I'm sure I'm going to learn a lot again. And especially our audiences, our live audiences who are listening right now, we will learn a lot from you. All right, but before we carry on, I always do this to my special guests. I don't know if you remember back in 2020 if I did this or not, but anyway, nobody escapes my quick fire questions. All right,
Okay.
so you're ready
Sure.
for this one? Quick fire
Yeah.
questions.
Okay, fire.
All right, okay.
Fire away.
I don't know. Did we do this the last time? I can't remember anymore.
Probably like at the end.
All right. Okay. So basically, I'm going to throw you questions, and you will answer it by the first thing that will come into your mind. So it's just a way of knowing you more, warming you up. I know it's hot and there's a fire behind us, and of course, having fun here in Germination. Okay, let's do this. Quick fire questions. Okay. Quick fire question: sleep or eat?
Eat.
Eat. What was the last thing that you Googled?
I guess Bitcoin.
Bitcoin. Here, apart from your face, which body part you look most in the mirror?
I guess it's my hair.
Your hair. Let me have a look at mine.
It's like, oh, I just woke up.
All right. Okay. So, if you have a superpower, what would it be?
I guess the power to control.
Power to control. Amazing. What was the lie? What was the lie that you recently told?
Lie I recently told. I guess basically like I want to leave, but then I'm still staying.
Just would you rather have a cook or a maid?
Cook.
Cook, because you like eating.
I like food. I love food.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm only here for the
Possession-
food, Kuya. I'm only
All
here
right.
for the food.
That's great. Possession or creation?
Creation,
Creation. Experience or innovation?
innovation,
Progress or perfection?
progress.
Progress. Brain or heart?
Whew. I guess I'm heart.
Heart.
Mm.
Pause or rewind?
Pause.
Pause. Amazing. Kirk, if you have the attention of the whole world right now for 10 seconds, what would you like to say?
I guess I would like to say to the world that be the change you want to see in the world, and
Yeah.
if you want to see something that needs some sort of an impact, then just represent that. Be the enigma. Be the strength behind the cause, because people are looking for someone to believe in, and be
Yeah.
that person that you believe in.
Wow. Amazing. 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 All right. I hope you enjoyed that one.
No, it was good. It was good. We didn't
All
do this
right.
last time, so yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay. That's good. That's good. All right. So going back from this is your second time here in
Mm.
Germination. The last time you guested here was this is how we look like before. This is how
Nothing's
we look like.
changed. Nothing's changed.
A lot
Still
has
look like.
changed. Yeah, definitely. A lot has changed. And
Yeah.
during this interview, you were doing Amber Stock, which was
Mm.
your company before. So tell us, are you still doing Amber Stock, which is more of the hemp products?
Mm. So for those in the who are watching live, I used to have a hemp and sustainability company focused on sustainable lifestyle, really. So we've been running for about 5 years, and
Mm.
during the pandemic, it got a little bit difficult to ship products or produce goods with relating to agriculture.
Mm.
So unfortunately, we had to pause it and stop it for the time being, as I got more busy with this metaverse and NFT projects.
Mm.
But I still do a little bit of work behind the scenes, business to business. But yeah, it was a really fun time. It was a good learning experience, as I was still very how do you call this, new to creating products.
Mm.
But it helped me learn how to build a business, basically.
Amazing, amazing. But I hope in due time you will revive it again or open it again. It's not for good.
Oh no, I may still have the knowledge, I still have the good context behind me.
Yeah, yeah.
So you never know in the future. I might just NFT the hemp farm. So
Wow.
or add it to the metaverse. You never know.
Everything is just a stepping stone to something bigger.
Oh yeah,
That's what I
definitely,
believe. Yeah. So
definitely.
as what you said, you've learned a lot from Amber Stock, and now you're moving on to Caloscope. All right. Amazing, amazing. But it's good to know that it's still not a closed door. In due time, when you establish this Caloscope, then you can go back to hemp. As you said, you can combine them together years from now.
Oh, definitely, definitely.
All right. Okay. So tell us more. About metaverse.
Hmm.
This is the reason why I invited you, because I think metaverse is something new. So educate us about
Hmm.
what metaverse is all about.
Sure. So, I mean, the best way to describe the metaverse is the way I describe how the internet was developed.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, the first version of the internet, we call that Web 1. That's basically the ability to send information from like one computer to another.
Mm.
Web 2 is having that sort of social aspect where
Mm.
you can share things to one another, you can communicate, send videos, interact. This is the
Mm.
web we call as Web 2, the internet we have today.
Okay.
And now we're moving into what you call as Web 3, which is the next version of the internet, where
Huh?
instead of, let's say, scrolling through a feed, like, you go to louisvuitton.com, for example. Instead of entering the Louis Vuitton website, you can actually instead enter a three-dimensional version of Louis Vuitton instead.
Ah.
So instead of, let's say, going through a website, you go into a metaverse instead. And within this metaverse, you have the experiences of, having your own, let's say, 3D identity. And also,
Mm.
it's the next layer of ownership as well, and creation. So you want to
Mm.
create something, right? The ability to own your creation. So let's say if you
Yeah.
make your own videos, you can finally make claim and sell NFTs to help run your program. Or if you're a musician, for example, and you don't have a record label yet, but you do have fans, you
Mm.
can create experiences for those early fans to join you in this journey, and then they
Mm.
basically invest in you. And as
Mm.
you get popular in, uh, in the eyes of the media, I guess, the investors, the early investors to you as an individual artist, you can make claim to that in this virtual experiences. So, yeah, I mean that's sort of like the gist of it. But again, Web3 is like put it this way, or the metaverse. We call it
Mm.
like, let's say, being, you know, on the, it's being in the internet rather than on the internet, right? It's being inside of it rather than being
Inside
on
the internet. All right. Okay.
it.
Wow. Amazing. Amazing. So that's the next step. That's the future now.
Yeah.
Basically, this is the.
Yeah.
I know this is new. This is new.
Mm.
Metaverse is new. And when you go to Facebook, you can always see at the bottom metaverse, metaverse,
Oh
right?
yeah. Well, that's
So
the name
yeah.
of their company. They changed the company to Meta because it's the next phase for
Mm-hmm.
Facebook, and they see the potential of it because it will really change a lot of things. I would say within the next 5 to 10 years, everybody is like, everyone's using the internet right now. We are
Exactly. Yeah.
actually participating in metaverses already,
Mm-hmm.
but we're just not using it in our everyday lives because
Okay.
one day you'll have a split, sort of like there'll be a split between your digital identity and then your real world identity, but then they
Wow.
both interact in both ways. You could be, let's say, a millionaire in a mansion in the metaverse, but then you could just be living in a one bedroom apartment in London, you know.
I
So that will be
see.
like the
Wow.
case, like, because people don't
Wow.
like to show off in the real world, people want to show off in the digital world because it's limitless, and that's really the
That's the
aspect of
metaverse.
this.
That's what
Yeah.
metaverse is all about.
Yeah, there's
Wow. As what you said.
limitless.
As what you said. Metaverse is like, instead of being on the website or on the internet, if you want to visit Louis Vuitton or if you want to visit the website of Germination,
Mhm.
so you are in it. You're inside it.
Mhm.
It's like, all right. So you get to shop, like, there's a virtual you that you can
Mhm.
actually lift the bag, look at it. Is it something
Mhm.
like that? Yeah.
Yeah, something
Wow.
like that. And again, maybe you don't need to go into a shop anymore because maybe you can virtually try it, see if it really fits, or
I
whatever.
see.
And also the most important thing is like the ability to trace these goods and assets because there's a lot of fake goods out there, right? For
All right.
products.
That's one of the. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
and that's really like the baseline, but it's really the digital experiences where we take
Yeah.
the real life experiences that we have and taking it into the virtual world because the generation right now, especially with the younger generation, they're into this Fortnite, their Roblox, or like video games and stuff. Majority of
Mm.
their lives as they're younger are already in the virtual world, and then they create their own virtual identity. So here, it's the next phase. For people who are a lot older, it feels a bit complex because it will be
Yeah.
at the beginning,
Yeah. Yeah.
and then you get used to it. It's like nobody was using Facebook like
Before.
10,
Yeah.
20 years ago. Why would you go to what is a social media? So, but now we're, because of technology moving very, very fast, especially during the
Mm.
pandemic, more people were at home and then they
Yeah.
got to the internet more. So,
Exactly.
yeah, that's how we
Even,
transition.
yeah, even my patients in the hospital, like they're like 70s, they have Facebook. You see them scrolling on Facebook.
Yeah.
You wouldn't believe what you were seeing, but that's the reality. So thank you for explaining what metaverse is all about. Now let's go to NFT because you mentioned it earlier.
Mhm.
I have interviewed somebody before about NFTs, but
Mhm.
it's good to hear it from different
Mhm.
people as well. So tell
Mhm.
us more about NFT. What does NFT stands for?
Well, NFT stands for non-fungible token.
Mm.
But the easiest way to describe it is
Mm.
there's something what you call as fungible, and the next one is what you call non-fungible.
Mm.
Fungible, the best way I describe it is, let's say you have like a £100 bill, right? Or let's say
Mm.
$100 bill is easier.
Yeah.
You can split that $100 bill into, let's say, two $50 bills, or 10 $10 bills, or like
Mm.
$101 bills. So you can split it up into smaller pieces, but the value stays the same, right? That's
Oh,
what you call
okay.
fungibility. So
Mhm.
you can divide it, but the value still is the same. Non-fungible means it's like
Mm.
unique. It's like one of one. It's like one piece of like like an individual. So,
Mm.
for example, let's say the Mona Lisa. The Mona Lisa is a one-of-one painting,
Yeah.
made by Da Vinci.
Mm.
And even if I created a copy of the Mona Lisa, like a poster or something digital, the value is not the same, even if
Yeah.
the form has changed, right?
Mm.
So that's what non-fungibility means. It's like like not you can change its form, but the value is not the same. So that's sort of the opposite. But the
Mm.
thing about non-fungibility is the fact that if combined with this thing called the blockchain is described as, imagine like a digital notebook, right? Imagine like inside a notebook you have like
Mm.
your transactions, like I pay Kuya Jeremy like $10 or something, and then
Mm.
you then pay somebody else, and then I like every single transaction we do as individuals is recorded on this digital notebook, and
Mm.
even
Mm.
all the actions, and that's what creates this traceability. So people, it's a very public. Imagine a public notebook. So if I created an NFT, it's almost like registering a patent in a way, to say like
Mm.
I created this asset. It's one of one, or like one of a copy of 10,000 pieces,
Mm.
and then the fact that it showcases that you are the creator
Yeah.
initially, and then you can then sell or send that ownership to somebody else. So for
Okay.
example, I create a painting and then I turn it into an NFT. I can then sell it to you, maybe for $100, and then you become the new owner. So it'll be
I see.
recorded on this digital notebook or the digital
Mm.
blockchain to say that you are the
Mm.
new owner, and then
Yeah.
you can then sell it to somebody else, and then someone else can become a new owner, and you can then sell it. So it's traceable. So like you can sort of find out who's the
The
previous
original.
owners.
Yeah. Yeah.
But the
Previous owners.
main point about the creator is that in the NFT space, the thing that really innovates it is that fact that I can also add functionalities where it can give me royalties every time there's a transaction being done with the asset I created. So
Mm.
if I
Okay.
create this picture
Loyalty.
and I sell it to for $100, you sell it to somebody else for, let's say, I don't know, $10,000, and that person
Mm.
sells it for somebody else for $200 or whatever. I can
Mm.
program the NFT in a way that I can receive automatic royalties for every transaction, every time somebody sells it in between.
Wow.
So imagine this for clothes, imagine this for
Yeah.
secondhand cars.
Yeah.
It's crazy because like now the creator, aka like the manufacturer or whatever, gets royalties every time there's a secondary transaction, right?
Wow.
So, if for artists who are musicians, they can, it's
Mm.
an amazing thing. And, for people who are making movies, your own, podcasts, maybe like, it's the ability to give more benefits to the creators, and for the people who are
Mm.
buying it, it's the fact that you have a non, viable proof that you are the
Mm.
owner. You are
Yeah.
like ikaw na talaga yung owner. There's
Yeah.
no
Yeah.
one
Yeah.
else, and you can prove it that you are the owner.
Wow. Amazing. So it just goes with the saying na you create your own reality
Yeah,
with NFTs
yeah.
with a digital with the blockchain that you're explaining NFTs.
Hmm.
You're creating your own reality. I mean,
Well, it's
who would-
owning the internet.
yeah.
It's the word is the
Owning it.
ownership of a piece of the
ownership.
internet.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Because I can take a screenshot of like some sort of piece of artwork,
Yeah.
but then we all know because of this blockchain who is the real owner,
Yeah.
even if I create another copy. But it's the fact
I
that
see.
like you can prove that you're the owner. That's the gist of the NFT space in general. But this can go on for crazy amounts, from your medical products, your let's say your marriage certificate,
Mm,
deed to your house. Imagine,
Yeah.
like all that will be an NFT. Your plane ticket, you can buy a plane ticket and then you can sell it later, maybe for money.
Wow.
So like it's with the tech, and people like collecting as well. So this also
Yeah.
brings a new culture of collectors. Like maybe in the future, collectors will become the new influencers. Like, oh look what I collected.
Yeah,
This
yeah.
is, I don't know, an exclusive collection from Nike. This is an exclusive collection from Disney. So there's a lot of different companies already looking in the NFT space and releasing NFT space. That it's really like a new way to interact with your audience, a new
Yeah.
way to really get them closer to the brand. And the byproduct of that is the community. So there's a lot of cool aspects of the NFT space, but it's still very early. And
I know, yeah. Even myself, listening to you, it's still very new, very, I still can't get my head around it if I'm being honest. But I know it will be the future, and it is already arrived. It's just a
Mm,
matter of people, understanding it more. And that's why I brought you
mm,
in here in Germination. When I attended London Fashion Week, and during, in their TV screen, they're
mm.
flashing their NFTs, so
Yeah.
so it is already here. So people
Mm,
are still can get our head around it, but it's good that we invited you here. Slowly we are getting to know more, understand things
mm.
about it. But it's good for creators. I like what you said, that in the near future, all these collectors will be the new influencers.
Yeah.
You're like, I mean, I'm really impressed with your vision, man. You're only like 30 years old, right?
29. I just turned
29. Oh
29
my
a few
God,
days
yeah.
ago. Yeah.
You're so young, and the vision that you have. You've been the hemp prince. You started all these hemp products. Your company existed for 5 years, and then now you're dealing now with Caloscope, which is the
Mm,
actually, for all the listeners out there, Caloscope is the first in the world social media metaverse. So tell us more
mm,
now about
mm.
what Caloscope is all about. Why Caloscope? Is there a meaning behind it? Did you thought of the name? Did you think of the name Caloscope?
Yeah, yeah. So I was having, I went for a trip in I went for a trip in Greece
Mm,
for during the pandemic, and
yeah,
like my mom was telling me, don't go because it's pandemic, it's dangerous. It was like there was no one there in Greece, so it
yeah.
was the perfect time to travel, and it was cheaper. So while I was there, I was thinking about like the next phase of like my life in a way,
Mm,
and I met somebody there who wanted to have their own business.
mm,
So I was coaching this lady, and she said like she wanted to have her own business, and I said like, why don't we come up with a name, right? And that's where I came up with the word kalos, scope, because kalos in Greek means
ah,
beautiful,
all
and
right.
scope is
Calo.
just another word for vision. So it's like beautiful vision, right?
Wow, amazing.
So kaloscope. So it's almost like the kaleidoscope, but it's
Yeah,
actually kalos is actually the pre-version of kaleido. So
yeah,
the beautiful one. And we know that kaleido, when when you're younger, you twist it around in like little crystals, like different shapes and stuff.
yeah.
So like I thought of the name like before I even had the metaverse and company and stuff like that. I thought of it ages
Mm,
ago,
all right. I
and
see.
from that really I spent time developing some new ideas, trying out new business models, and then this is where I got hit by this NFT wave by accident.
Mm.
Like I bought um, so I bought like an NFT for the first time. I don't know if you know the DeLorean from Back to the Future, the car. Yeah, so it's a famous little sort of
Okay.
like sci-fi car, that you can sort of it's a time machine car, and
Oh yeah, yeah,
then
yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
Back
yeah.
to the Future.
Yeah.
So I managed to buy the first NFT of the Back to the Future car. I bought it
Mm.
for like $100, and then it went up to like 1,000, just like that.
I think you posted that one. Did you
Yeah,
post it in Facebook?
I didn't post it. It's actually like sometime last year, but that's really
Yeah,
how I
yeah,
started. Like, why the
yeah, yeah.
heck will something digital I pay for $100 and it 10x like 4 hours later? Like
Wow.
is being resold in eBay, a digital product being sold on eBay for like $1,000. I was like, wow, this is cool. And then I bought something else, and then it went up again, and then like a lot of different NFT projects started popping up around March, and this
Uh-huh.
is where like my interest started peaking, because again, like the ability to own something digital online
Mm.
is amazing. And like some so also around that time, around the time I was in Greece, we had a flooding.
Mm,
We had a
mm.
flooding in our house, and I don't know if you can see from the Business Times picture. There's a
Mm, mm.
photograph, like there's a painting right beside me on that
Yeah,
table next to the bonsai tree.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
So someone very special to me made that for me a couple of years back, and it means a lot to me. And that painting was basically almost like floating on top of the water, and I was so upset because that I've been holding onto that and been traveling the world with that, and then it's like now wet because of the
Yeah.
rain.
Yeah.
And I said, my gosh, like, but when I came back to from Greece and I saw it floating, it was luckily there was a piece of paper underneath it that stopped the
Mm.
water from destroying the painting.
Painting, yeah.
Yeah, and after that, like, I managed to just put it on a frame and then etc. And since then I said, like, well, I really wish there was a way for me to like digitize this, that I don't have
Yeah.
to carry it around, it's with me
Mhm.
all the time. And and this NFT thing and this metaverse thing, like, what if I need to have a place to keep some of my very important assets. And that's really like where it started. Like, I want to some of the most valuable assets that I have that I cannot bring with me when I travel, I wish I can view it somewhere else. And that's where I came up with the Caloscope concept. What if
Oh, wow.
like, what if you can have a digital space that you can own, like the whole room is an NFT, and
Mm-hmm.
you can store an NFT inside an NFT. That's
All
sort of
right.
like the
Okay.
concept.
NFT.
And
Okay.
yeah, so, and I said, like, okay, what do we do? And then we commissioned somebody to produce sort of like a replica of Andy's room from Toy Story, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Okay.
people, and then, like, just as a demo piece, and then I projected it in augmented reality, and then
Mm.
like, imagine like like the whole room. You can walk inside
Yeah.
Andy's room. You can see the
Yeah.
bed, you can see the table, and when I was looking it through my phone, the
Uh
word
huh.
metaverse wasn't even there yet. But I said, wouldn't it be cool if I can walk into a virtual room where I
Uh
can
huh.
see my virtual assets, and then I can place my collectibles inside there. So that's really where it sort of started for the beginning of the Caloscope sort of journey. And since then, we developed like a demo, raised a little bit of investments, and saw the gap in the market that people want to flex their collection. People are buying this digital assets, like people will buy like Axie Infinity or like all those
Mm.
things from photos, digital dresses, artworks, all that stuff, but you don't really have a place to share properly. What
Mm.
you're doing is like you're taking a screenshot of your asset and then
Yeah.
sharing it on Facebook or Instagram, but it
Yeah.
defeats the purpose because you're just creating another copy of
Of a
what you
copy.
bought.
Oh yeah.
It's like a photocopy of what you bought. 'Cause,
Yeah. Yeah.
the whole point of it is to showcase ownership. So at the
All
moment,
right.
like,
I see.
like, there's not a platform for sharing your just to socially share your assets, and then that's where
Digital
we
asset.
came
Yeah.
back. So we were basically
Wow.
developing it now, and we developed virtual spaces and rooms based on IP or someone's brand or someone's
Uh huh.
space, and then you can own it and you can sell that whole room. Like, the whole space is a sellable asset. It's like a virtual property,
Mm.
and you can make money from that. Or also, we can also partner with IP, meaning like intellectual property, like brands. What if we
Yeah. Yeah.
spoke to a big brand and produce some virtual spaces for them, but then they can create copies of that, like limited edition copies, like 100 copies of this limited edition virtual property that you
Okay.
can view on our platform. So yeah.
Wow. So how do you? So it's just like Facebook. You sign in, and then how does
I
that? Do you need like something like this in order to go into that metaverse? Or
Well, that's one of the aspects, but what I'll try to do is, if possible, let me share a screen.
yeah. 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 Please. Yeah. Please.
Yeah,
Let me. Okay. Let me remove this one and
yeah,
share screen. Yeah. Okay.
yeah, cool. So if you can see my screen,
Yeah.
I have this video of the app. Can you see my screen?
Yes. Yes. Let me just. That's it. Yeah.
Yeah, so basically you can connect your non-custodial wallet, like your MetaMask wallet or something, and the idea is you're greeted with these virtual spaces. Now, this is just the demo we showcased last year. We're currently
Okay.
building the next version of this,
Uh
but
huh.
yeah, you're greeted with
Wow.
virtual spaces, and you can tap on them and experience them in three different ways. So, like augmented reality, virtual reality, or extended reality.
Oh, wow.
So, you can tap on, let's say, augmented reality, scan a surface, and then you can find a depth of the floor. You can
Mm.
tap on that, a portal will open, and then you're inside the metaverse.
Wow. It's just like something that we see on the films, and now
Yeah,
it's a
it's all through my
reality.
phone. This is all through my phone.
All through your phone.
Yeah,
My
no
God, ladies
VR
and gentlemen,
headset.
this is the world's first social media metaverse, and this is founded by a Filipino. So proud, man.
And
Wow.
we also have the VR mode, which allows you to do some controllers. You have controllers. So if you don't have the space, like maybe
Yeah.
people are they don't have like a space to walk around, then you have a
Yeah.
controller to allow you to walk around the space.
Okay.
And then on top of that as well, we also have extended reality. It's the combination of AR and VR, but it's like hands free.
Okay.
But then you also have the controller to walk around.
I see. I see.
So,
Wow.
in the future, like instead of us having a Zoom or like a StreamYard or whatever, we could be
We
in the
will be inside.
metaverse.
We
Yeah,
will be
inside
inside.
here. Yeah.
Wow. That's amazing, man.
So here, these
Wow.
are like some of the NFTs I have in my wallet. And the
Okay.
idea is now you can basically connect your wallet and then I can place an NFT. So this mural is an example for that
Mm.
my CTO purchased for $56,000. It's the world's first augmented reality mural in Dubai.
Mm.
You can resize it, you can move it around, so you can decorate your space. Like
Yeah.
like the future saying will be, "Hey guys, come to my space," right?
Yeah.
That'll
Yeah.
be like sort of the new verb. And then I can also add assets. Like we have this project called the Great NF3s, which is a project where
NF3s.
yeah
NF3s. That's
yeah
nice.
these NF3s are like tied to a project in Africa. It's
Mhm.
sort of like we're partnering with a company called Sirius Shea, and they're backed by the World Economic Forum and the United Nations. So with the idea of the concept is what we're trying to do is create digital trees, almost like digital assets or collectibles, and then you can use them in your virtual metaverses like this one,
Mm.
where
Mm.
I can make it smaller, I can make it bigger and rotate it, change it. So I can decorate my space according to this tree, but this
Yeah.
tree is actually connected to a real tree in Africa. So it's geotagged location to a tree in Africa.
I see. Wow.
So now, like, I'm walking around, yeah, it's a virtual tree, but then it's connected to something real. And like we all have all these projects that are just like plant a tree, but you don't even know if where the tree is planted, or
Yeah.
like you're contributing to the sustainable causes, but why do you care when you don't even know where it goes, right? Maybe they ran
Yeah.
away with
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
money, you
Yeah.
don't know.
Mm. Mm.
But at least now you can flex your contribution. You can, like, you can have these virtual experiences in this space. And this is what makes it like exciting, because now you can see that I have a picture or mural from Dubai, and I have
Mm.
a 3D asset from Africa.
Africa. Wow.
Yeah.
Guys, you
And
have to share this live stream. This is amazing, man. For all of you out there, Lloyd Balatongan, hello. Carlito Arim, Ella Hidalgo of COVID Warriors Corner. Please share this live stream. This is amazing. This is the world's first social media metaverse, and it was founded by a Filipino, Kirk Allen. Amazing. Wow. So
So,
anybody can
like,
access that one, or
not now.
Okay,
Now
not
we're
now.
in the
Okay.
middle of like we're actually in the middle of raising investments. So maybe in a
Okay.
couple of months we're looking to do some early beta users or alpha users.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
the main aspect really is like the room is an NFT, the picture is an NFT, the
I see,
tree
I
is an
see.
NFT, and they're all like NFTs inside this NFT that you can sell the NFT.
Wow, amazing. Now I can see why, as what you said earlier, you have to temporarily close down Amber Stock, which is also a nature sustainable,
Mm.
because you had difficulty with during the pandemic. But now,
Mm.
as you said, in digital space, it's pandemic free. It is pandemic proof. It's recession proof
Yeah,
because
and
you don't have a physical location to close. You don't have any employees to lay off. But
yeah,
everything is in there. You can sell it. You can earn money from it. Loads of
yeah.
money. As long as you have the understanding of what NFT, blockchain, and all this metaverse is all about. you can generate money for yourself, in the digital space, and that's
Oh
where the
yeah,
future is
definitely.
going, right?
I mean, the
That's where
idea
it's
is
going.
really like you can take your assets or the thing that you own with you. Like I could
Mm,
be climbing Mount Everest, but then I still have access to my assets, and I'm still the owner.
yeah,
Because
yeah,
we're just
yeah.
creating projections of your experiences. But then you can also learn about like the thing with spaces is it's also like
Yeah,
a personality thing, because now
yeah.
you know what type of person they are depending on what they're collecting. So that's data
I
in
see.
itself,
Yeah, yeah.
and and the other thing we're looking at is like again the ability to share your experiences, and that's why we're adding in what we call as the flex feed. This is where you're almost like a little, just a like alpha version of it, but
Yeah, yeah.
um, a demo version of it. But yeah, you can tag your NFTs instead of tagging your friends to show that you are the
I
owner.
see. I
You can
see.
also invite
Wow.
people to your spaces. Hey guys, come and check out my space, for example. So
Mm-mm.
that people can come to your space. I mean, someday we'll also connect like other stuff like your wallet balance, your crypto coins and stuff, so you know your balance. But
Wow.
the main aspect here is I can. So this is gonna blow you here away even further. So now I have, let's say, this NFT. This is my asset. I own
Yeah,
it, and it'll
yeah.
give me like say information about like the collection type, the edition number, the brand, the artist, the license, the description, right?
Everything about it. Yeah. Uh-huh.
Anything. And then you also have the blockchain information, the Ethereum pricing, maybe in another platform where they're selling it, who's the
Mm.
creator, who's the previous owner, maybe. And my favorite, which is a term I came up with, and I call it as perkabilities,
Mm.
which comes from two words like perks and then
Yeah,
abilities.
yeah.
And it's basically the utility that you get for owning the NFT. Because it's not just about having the picture, it's also having the perks of owning it as well.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
let's say, what do I get for owning this picture? Maybe it says like perk is I get the ownership. I have access to the artist. I get ten
Mm, mm,
percent discount in their shop. I get invited to a private, I don't know, private show, private
mm,
gallery,
mm.
private community. So now you see like all the benefits I can get just by owning it. So that's when people who doesn't know about the product, they know now what comes along with owning it, right?
Yeah,
It's not
yeah,
just a picture anymore that you can view in your AR VR. That's nice,
yeah,
but
yeah,
now
yeah.
we're also adding the perks for owning the asset. So and that's not all. Like we're pushing it even further. Like we're thinking about, let's say, NFT sponsorships as well. So what if,
Yeah.
like, imagine brands or companies or individuals can sponsor an NFT project and say, hey, I
Mm,
would like to sponsor your NFT project and add a perk and say, look, let's say maybe Starbucks comes to this NFT project and say, hey, I want to sponsor your NFT. I want to add a perk to your NFT to say like
mm.
everybody who owns this gets 10% off on Starbucks coffee, right?
Wow. Yeah,
So now, companies don't need to make their own NFTs. They can just sponsor the ones that are already existing.
yeah, yeah. They can just ride along or piggyback with what's already
Yeah,
existing, and they still benefit from it.
yeah. And you can also do
Amazing.
augmented reality too. So in
Uh-huh.
AR, we can bring it to life in the real world. So I can rotate, I can make it bigger or smaller.
And this is on your phone, yeah? You're
Just on
doing
my
this on your
phone.
phone.
Yeah, just on my phone. I can move it
Wow.
around. And this is the real world. And then the
Yeah.
virtual. I can look
So this is
closer.
the combination now.
This is
Real
augmented
world.
reality.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
So that's basically the main
The
aspects. We're also
Caloscope.
looking at like the what we call as the meta profile. It's just your identity in the metaverse. You'll have your own
Mm-hmm.
avatars. I don't know, you
Yeah.
have your virtual pets, your virtual bots, like your followers, your links. Maybe
Mm-hmm.
you can create labels if you're a creator or if you're a collector, if you're a verified user, like stuff like that. And that's really the main aspects of the future of like social media, where it's not like two-dimensional and you're just scrolling through stuff anymore.
Yeah.
It's just it's three-dimensional now, not two-dimensional, three-dimensional.
Three-dimensional. Wow, that is really amazing. And do you need that this thing in order to you don't need this one, isn't it? You can just view it on
you
your
can
phone.
choose. You can
You can
choose to do
choose.
that,
Okay.
but like that's like more immersive in a way. But it's better
Yeah.
with the phone. Like that's why we're focused on the mobile phone because it gives more access to other users.
Exactly. Yeah. After yeah, because
You
not
know,
everybody will have this. What do you call that one?
the Oculus,
That
yeah,
eyepiece. The
the
Oculus. Oculus.
Oculus, yeah,
All right. Okay.
yeah.
Wow. Amazing. Thanks for showing us that one. Wow, that's amazing. I can't wait to try it myself, so I can
Well, at
fully
some point, yeah,
understand.
definitely.
And of
It'll
course,
be
all
the
our live
future.
audiences there. Wow.
No, definitely.
Amazing, amazing. So let's just greet all those who are joining us right now. We have Ate Bona Luisa, Bonnie Luisa Ball Mendoza. Welcome here from Kabayan Europe, Lakbay ng Buhay. Ayan, welcome here. Ate Bonnie watching from USA. And we have Brandon Benedict Cruz from the Philippines. We have Lloyd Balatongan of the Soulmates. Ayan, Ella Hidalgo of COVID Warriors Corner. We have Sonia De Castro Umali. And we have Samantha Catherine Mansi. Ayan, welcome here. Thank you for joining us. And of course, don't forget to share this live stream. This is very exciting, innovative, and this is the future. How amazing is that? We just see it in movies and now it's happening. Wow.
Yeah.
Thank you, Lloyd. Sending love to all of you, the soulmates. Thank you very much. And Carlito Arim. All right. Hello po. Yes. Hello. Hello. And we've talked about there's a lot of benefits, about the metaverse. And is there anything that any like disadvantage or what would be the setback or but before you answer that question, let's just pause for a commercial break and we will be
Sure.
right back. Okay.
Okay.
Make no mistakes about it. I don't
And we are back. All right. So our special guest for today is Kirk Allen, the founder of the world's first metaverse social media, Caloscope. All right. So going back to my question earlier, there's a lot of benefits to it. It's new, very innovative, and it's I myself, as what I said earlier, I can still get my head around it, but slowly, you know, metaverse NFTs, I'm slowly getting a grip of that one. And what are you think the disadvantages of this one? Is there any like drawbacks, when about metaverse?
I
You know?
mean, there's always like a couple, but because we're very, very early in the space,
Yeah, yeah.
it's still hard to say. It's like saying, like, why should I open, if I have a website, why do I need to have a physical shop, right? For example.
Yeah, yeah,
Or,
yeah, yeah.
or like if, why do I need employees when all my traffic is coming from our website? It's like back in the day when we were doing the early days of the internet. So there will be like moments where some industries will be affected, but because of the innovation, it'll be easier to interact with certain things virtually rather than in the physical sense, right? So, for example, let's say in the future, it's always so annoying to like have like a physical gift and you want to send it to somebody, for example.
Yeah,
Maybe,
yeah.
I don't know, if you have like a partner and you want to send them flowers, it's nice to send, but then you're halfway around the world, and then, but then you can, in the future, you'll just be sending them virtual assets like these toys or
Yeah.
pictures. But then if they don't want it anymore, they can sell it for money. Then, then they make money from whatever they received from you. And the thing is, it
Uh,
doesn't deteriorate.
yeah, yeah,
It doesn't. What do you call this? It doesn't get the damaged. You don't
yeah,
have to package it and maintain it. So like really the aspect of this thing is, I think everything will become more digital. There's a advantage to it, but like as
yeah,
the disadvantage really is like more people will spend time in the internet, I guess.
yeah, yeah,
And then everything will be virtual. We were all laughing about like, oh, why don't we go on a virtual date? Like
yeah, yeah.
to a girl at some point I told, and or maybe in the future you just don't want to see your friends anymore because you can meet them in the VR headset or something.
We
But
heard, yeah, yeah.
like I mean that's sort of the scary part. But the whole point here is this mixed reality experiences that I can go to a shop and then I don't know, magical things happen. Like I can see a preview of a movie just by looking at the poster, for example. Like something very cool like that. Or maybe I can go around the city and find hidden coupons or hidden items within the city, which forces me to go around like Pokemon Go.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
there's a lot of like new advantages to it, but yeah, I mean it's just dependent. We're still very early, so it's hard to say what it is. There's but I would say there's a lot more advantages to the innovation and
Mm-hmm.
than the disadvantage really. So yeah.
I see. Wow, amazing. So excited to have this experience of this caloscope. Amazing. So, wow, this is what we got time for, and I think we're gonna wrap this up. And then just top two tips for entrepreneurs. What would you give? What would you say to aspiring
Um,
entrepreneurs?
I would say the best way to do things is to fail.
Mm,
So do your idea and then fail. Like don't expect to succeed even if you want to. And the other thing is that I think the biggest barrier to people who want to start a business is the idea that you need money to start it. You don't really need the money. You need to have the experience of being able to use that money. Because you can always ask for money, like when you're asking for food, you ask your parents for money or cash or whatever. But then instead of like using that for your own self, you use it to build, ways to make money for you. But yeah, just fail. That's the first one, and the second one is to, uh, you know, just explore. Fail and explore, and you'll get there. Because experience will always pay off.
Amazing. Just like what John Maxwell, I think it was John Maxwell who said, fail forward. If you're going to
Yeah.
fail, fail
Well,
forward.
that's actually the quote is. So I went a couple of years back. I think it
Yeah.
was 7, 8 years ago. I went to
Okay.
see Jordan Belfort, the
I
Wolf of
see.
Wall
Okay.
Street. If people
Oh,
know the
yeah,
Wolf
yeah,
of
yeah.
Wall Street movie, yeah, I met the real guy, and I met him in person. And when it still impacts me today, like what he said, which was, I asked him like for somebody starting out in a business, what do I do? And the key here is like you fail fast, but you get up faster.
Yeah.
And
Amazing. Yeah.
that still stuck with me today. So fail fast, get up faster.
Yeah. Because we don't have much time, so it's better to fail now rather than later. Fail,
Yeah.
fail faster, so you
Yeah.
you get successful faster as well. I would say.
Yeah, well, failure to success, right?
Exactly. Wow, amazing. Thank you very much for your time in here. I know you're very busy. You're in New York, and then probably next day you will be in Dubai, and then back in London,
Everywhere.
Philippines.
Yeah.
Very well traveled.
Yeah.
I love your vision, man. You're very young. You're only 29, and my God, the business that you've been starting, just like Amber Stock, and now you're in Telescope. I don't know what's next. That is the scary and exciting
Mm.
part, I
Yeah.
would say.
Definitely,
Yeah,
definitely.
yeah, amazing. Please invite people, to Caloscope when it's up and running now, right? Or
Not
still
yet.
in?
So we're in
Yeah,
the middle of like raising investments.
yeah, yeah.
So hopefully in a couple of months, the best way to just connect with us is just like check out our links on our websites, on our social media. come join our community on Discord if anyone's in there, and then you get to learn about the project. And over the next few months, we'll be a bit more educated, especially with the NF3 project that's kicking off, as we push forward later on. But yeah, it'll be exciting. There's a lot to
I know.
look forward to within this space.
I love that one. NF3. NF3s. You can just pick up the fruits.
Well, that could be one
Sell it.
thing, digital fruits,
Yeah.
and you can sell it and you make money
You
from
sell
it.
it. Amazing. Wow. This is
There's a
a
lot.
very exciting, space to explore. Wow. Amazing. And bro, that's what you said earlier. I can't send you wine, but here is a wine for you.
Yeah, cheers.
Here you go. The power of NFT in the metaverse. I can send you
At
wine
some
even
point,
if you're not
definitely.
here.
Definitely.
Amazing, amazing. Thank you very much. And before you go, let's just thank all those who joined us today. We have Roy Cabuso, Mary. Wow, nice to meet you in the Filipino concert tour, Mary. Thank you very much. Lloyd Balatongan of the Soulmates, Ella Hidalgo of COVID Warriors Corner. Don't forget, August 28th, the Inciso will be in Apo Resto Bar in Clapham. Yan. For more details, contact Ella Hidalgo of COVID Warriors Corner. Sonia De Castro of Mali, nice chatting with you, Ate, the last time, and I'm glad that you're doing well now. And Samantha Catherine Mansi, thank you. Romel Aquino, ayan, Bonnie, Luisa Paul, Mendoza of GFN family, Lakbay ng Buhay, thank you very much watching from the USA. Brandon Benedict Cruz, my kumpare and our guitarista, the Philippines. Richie Ramos, our maestro arranger. We also have Arnel Mangilinan. Earlier, we have June Medrano, Carlito Arin, thank you very much, everyone. We have Bianca, APL, ang pobreng Londoner, Ronnie Dayaw from New Zealand. Thank you very much, everyone, for your time for watching us today. And any final shot before we let you go? Any final shot? Any final words to?
I guess just keep watching Kuya Jeremy and Germination and everybody else who are part of this community. Thank you for taking the time, and anyone from our community as well for the Kalos Squad. That's what we call ourselves.
Wow, Kalos Squad.
Yeah,
Hello, Kalos
that's-
Squad. Shout
yeah.
out.
The squad hope to be watching today. So thanks for
yeah.
everybody else. Yeah, thank you.
And final one. Dinner question. I forgot. Dinner question. I always ask this as a final question. If you're
Okay.
going to have dinner with somebody, anybody in this world, even not living anymore, person that you look up to, who is this person that you want to have dinner with? Why? And what question would you ask this person?
Dinner. I guess it would have been Steve Jobs.
Steve Jobs.
Yeah,
And why
yeah.
Steve Jobs?
Well, he was really like a big inspiration to me in terms of the tech world because of the way he thinks.
Yeah.
Like he wants to do something, and like for some reason he distorts reality by doing something that's, impossible, but then it's now possible. The reason why we have technology today, it's the ability for him to combine beauty and technology together, and that's what I wanted to do. Simplicity, like the ability for him to make simple products, even if it's something complex. And I guess my question for him would be, if he had to choose, let's say, like if you had to choose between what your head and your heart is, what would you do? Like when it comes, yeah, I guess really it. Like you have to follow your head, like logically, or do we have to follow your heart? But then people will go against you. Like it depends. So that's what I want to find out. Like your head and your heart, which is like the best way to succeed in life or business, maybe.
Wow, amazing. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up for Kirk Allen, the founder and CEO of Caloscope. Caloscope is the world's first social media metaverse in digital assets. Thank you very much, Kirk.
Thank
And
you.
hope to see you again.
Thank you,
In
Paul.
person this time.
Definitely.
When you go back to London.
When I come back, definitely. Thank you.
Yes, okay. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for your time. And hello there in USA. You're in New York at the moment, so it's a different time there. What time is it there now?
It's about 4 p.m.
4 p.m. Okay. All
Yeah.
right. Thank you very much. Thank you very much,
Alright.
Kirk.
All right. Thank you, Kuya.
Bless
Thank
you.
you so
Thank
much.
you. Thank you. Bye. 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 for now. There you go. We have the founder of Caloscope, and please don't forget to share this live stream to everyone. Really, so it's a very exciting project. Metaverse, NFTs, and of course, once this live stream is finished, you can watch it back. You can always watch it on a replay. If there's anything that you want to know about metaverse or NFTs, uh, watch it back and then share it to people as well. All right. So thank you very much, everyone, for joining us. And of course, don't forget, Ate Jonali Claridge. Hello. Thank you for joining us. And what else? Don't forget on August 28th. Let me just play this one again. August 28th. Don't forget in Romford, Essex.
Make no mistakes about it. I don't
All right. And so what's next in Germination next week? This is our episode next Monday. All right. So don't forget, next Monday, it will be the owner of Rapsa, which is a Filipino restaurant somewhere in East London. So we'll be having them here in Germination. You see? Okay. Thank you. So as for me, always remember the quality of our life will depend on the quality of the thoughts that we are thinking. Always make sure that you plant those seeds of positivity in your mind every single day and let it germinate so that one day you will see the better version of yourself. So this is Jeremy, and see you again. Thank you very much, everyone, for joining us. Please do share this live stream. Very exciting episode. It's going to be the first world's social media metaverse in digital assets. Caloscope. All right. Thank you, everyone. Bye for now.
Hello everyone! As we are growing our community, we would like you to be part of Germination. If you know anybody whose life story is inspiring, or even your own life story could be inspiring, please do get in touch with us because you'll never know, you will be our next special guest for our next episode. If you find value in our live stream episodes, please don't forget to subscribe on our YouTube channel and like and follow our Facebook page, Germination. And please don't forget to watch our live stream shows every Mondays, 11 in the morning and 7:30 p.m. and that is UK time. Here in Germination, we believe that your life story is worth live streaming. See you next week. This is Jeremy of Germination.